Hello and welcome to Only Connect. And everyone's very excited here in the studio because tonight, after the recording, Tonwen in the canteen has promised to get her flapjacks out. Also, it's a semi-final, so that's exciting as well. And the semi-finalists are, on my right, Charlie Deeks, a politics graduate who's had multiple best friends, all called Charlie. Sam Hayfield, an orchestra conductor who once pulled a man and his bike out of a canal. And their captain, Anna Hayfield, a senior research portfolio manager whose daughter's first word was Gruyere. United by a devotion to Dungeons and Dragons, they are the Dungeon Masters. In your last game, you had a nightmare wall. You were nearly beaten by a team that you'd beaten before. Do you think that was a lapse in your general knowledge, or was your lateral thinking off?
I think we would describe ourselves as missing vowel assassins, and so nothing matters until we get to the last round.
Excellent. Well, let's press on with the show and get there as quickly as possible. This time you are facing, on my left, David Southworth, a data analyst who once took the wicket of a Portuguese international cricketer. Jessica Southworth, a yoga instructor who drove her car for 3 hours before realising there was a dead animal under the bonnet. And their captain, Selina Conroy, a journalism graduate who has worked for a construction company, a brewery, a bus company, a luxury hotel and a sports league. United by a soft spot for snow, they are the Après skiers. You had a rather horrible wall in your last game as well.
Yeah, struggled to understand how pressing the buttons worked.
Of course, what it actually is that the series gets more and more difficult as it develops. So I can promise you that tonight is going to be deeply unpleasant for all concerned. Yay! You'll be going first. Après skiers, you won the toss. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Could we have lion, please?
Lion. OK, well done, everybody, for making the semi-final. And the first clue of that semi-final is coming up now.
No clue, could be a word thing. Intro.
No idea. Oh, is this to do with Oxycontin or something?
Next, please.
I don't know when that was.
No,
Could it be another word thing?
Next, please.
Wow.
I mean,
Go on, read another. I've got no idea.
Next, please.
it's 40.
Well, or in the 40s, maybe? I've got 3 seconds.
Are these things that all happened in the 1940s?
They are not things that all happened in the 1940s. Dungeon Masters, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
They all happened in Switzerland.
They did not all happen in Switzerland. They are outcomes of the Treaty of Versailles. So the surrender of heroin trademark, that was owned by the Bayer Company, and that was given up then. Danzig, declared a free city. Do you know what that is now?
That's Gdansk.
Gdansk, exactly so. The demilitarisation of Rhineland and the creation of League of Nations. So no points there. Dungeon Masters, what would you like?
Could we have the horned viper, please?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these picture clues? Here's the first.
Do we know who that is?
I do not
Don't know who that is.
No, next.
Next, please.
Babe Ruth.
Was he inducted into
Oh, well, the
Go on.
film called Babe in... Oh, that's a good idea. That is a really good idea.
So what would the connection
Films named
Just
after
films
these...
with the first name in those
Share the
years.
first name of these people.
Go for it. I think it's a great show. Yeah.
We think the year refers to a year that a film came out with the person's first name as the title of the film.
And who's that at clue 1?
Mike.
An amazing gamble, and you are correct. The person at clue 1 is Ted Turner, the entrepreneur. We're thinking of the film Ted, Babe Ruth.
Love
and
that
now the other
guy.
clues come up. Who are we looking at?
Well, that's Carrie Fisher, so Carrie, the Stephen King. And then...
It's the tennis player Amélie Mauresmo.
Yeah.
Après skiers, what would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
They're Twisted Flax. Music clues for you. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please.
I'm with the wizard. My whole life will change. 'Cause once you're with the wizard.
Next, please.
I wish I could fly way up
That's
to the
Keith
sky,
Harris's
but I
It's called I Wish I Could Fly.
You can.
can't.
That's
Next, please.
There's so many
That's Kermit.
This is about Amy's being green. Are these like songs of the
It's
memories as
called
well?
something about rainbows.
rainbow.
2 seconds.
They're all sung by puppets.
Yeah, sung by puppets.
They are not all sung by puppets. Dungeon Masters, you want to have a go for a bonus point?
Are they all performed by green people?
They are all performed by green singers. I think this might be the loveliest music question I've ever seen, partly because it includes the greatest song ever written, which is, of course,
Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow
It was
Connection.
our first dance at our wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
My husband chose it on Desert Island Discs. What a great first dance song. What did we hear?
The Orville the Duck song. The second was from Wicked, I assume?
That's right, it's Elphaba, the Green Witch. And the first one, Harrison Birtwistle. My title is Knight of the Green Chapel. All green singers, well done. And what would you like for your own question?
Charlie?
Could we go for 2 reads, please?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Interesting.
So it's got 3 lines or like 2 links
Yeah,
between
could be the
them.
amount of land.
Next, please.
Okay. So
Is it gonna be like-
I think it borders both.
Right.
It's not going to be as simple
That's
as
not
borders,
enough,
is it?
no.
No, let's go for next.
Can we have the next, please? Oh. Is that something to do, like, is that going to represent, like, a train line or a...
Maybe. Go next. I
Next, please.
think it just all borders, but the rest of them.
Charlie's going to answer this one.
They're all just... The first country is purely bordered by the other countries.
That is not it, I'm afraid. So a bonus chance for you now, Après skiers.
I don't think we know it.
No.
What do you think that line represents?
Oh, the middle of the road.
It's the middle of the road.
Yeah.
So, the countries on the left all drive on the left, and on the right, we see all the countries that border that country where the drivers drive on the right. So no points there, but Après skiers, you may have your own question. What would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
I don't know what she's called. No.
Next, please.
I don't know who that is either.
Strife.
No.
No.
Next, please.
Okay.
Is that Diana?
Maybe.
Diana was the moon and something like that.
You
Some
think it
series
could
to
be
it.
harvest, yeah? Could be.
Next, please.
That's Hades, I think. 5 seconds.
2 seconds.
Are they all featured in Disney films?
I mean, that's a great idea, but unfortunately, no. Dungeon Masters, do you know?
Is all their hair made of fire?
Very nice. I'm liking these guesses. Yeah, but no. So, do you know who is the Hawaiian goddess of fertility?
No.
Haumea. The Greek goddess of strife is Eris. The Roman goddess of harvests is Ceres. The Greek god of the underworld, you were both saying Hades. Nastily, another of his names is the same as the Roman one. It's Pluto. So they are all the names of dwarf planets. One question remains, Dungeon Masters, the water question. That's for you. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Northern Irish woman. What's that?
That's pretty vague, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Next, please. Are these going to be like things used to just be like John Doe? Like,
I can't think that Johnny Wilkinson is just a...
It could be a type of player, though. Because he had a specific style. Maybe go
should
next.
we go? Yeah, next, please.
Cogliming Slayer? No.
No.
Go on. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Sam's going to answer this one.
No, I'm not.
Go Courtney Ryan this time.
I have no idea.
No, he's not. Après skiers, do you know for a bonus?
We think they are the first person to win BBC Sports Personality of the Year of whatever is in the bracket. So Johnny
Very
Wilkinson
well
was
done.
first rugby
First and indeed only people to win Sports Personality of the Year in those categories. Johnny Wilkinson, the first and only rugby union player. Mary Peters, the only woman from Northern Ireland, and so on. Well done. And that means at the end of round 1, the Après skiers have 1 point, the Dungeon Masters have 4. Sequences time now, and you'll be going first again. Après skiers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
The 2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
I don't get what the 1190 is going to be about.
Next, please.
Oh, what happens if you add those things together? 2, 9.
No, because don't do this too high. Go on, let's take the next.
Next, please.
3. It's going to be absolute.
I think it is, yeah. So 30, 11, 98. 397 is... No, it's maybe 99 times 4. Oh, Buzz, no, I have this. OK, I'm going to have a punt at this.
Yes, you are.
31st of December, 1999, 198.
Well, a brave calculation, but I'm afraid that is not the answer. Dungeon Masters, do you know?
31st of December, 1999, 1.
Is the right answer. Are you trying my old trick? If you don't know the answer, guess that it's 1?
No, we think it's number of days left in the millennium.
That is what it is. We are counting down towards the millennium. So you'll see the day moves forward by 1 each time, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, then the month by 1 each time, then the year, and on the 31st of December 1999, there was 1 day left until the millennium. Well done for the bonus. And what would you like for your own question?
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper it is. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Yeah,
If I would...
yeah, just go now.
If the Odyssey doesn't come up third, then go for that.
I
Yeah.
mean, do you just want to guess it? Because we won't know if it is that. We won't know what's fourth
That
anyway.
is true.
It's not a bad idea.
Should we just
I
do
think
it?
why not?
Sam.
The Odyssey?
I'm afraid that is not the answer. So let me show one more piece of classical Greek literature to your opponents. There we go. What do you think would come forth?
Something with 5 parts to it.
Why do you say that?
Because The Lord of the Rings presumably has many sections to it. I have no knowledge
I
of
think it's
this.
3, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
But except that it must be not actually 3. I mean, there's presumably some other one coming or something, and it's going to be 4.
You're doing some brilliant lateral thinking, Jessica. You're working out all the right things, but you're not getting there. So, the Iliad, as I'm sure your opponents could explain, has 24 books.
Of course, yeah.
The Aeneid has 12 books. The Lord of the Rings, exactly as you say, there is an assumption made, which is that it's 3 books, because there are 3 titles, the 2 towers and so on, but it's technically 6 books. So we need something that has 3 books, for example, his Dark Materials. I'm afraid I can't give you any points, but I can give you the chance to choose a question. What would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
I don't know what represents that.
Next, please.
Come on.
That is... No, I don't know that either.
No.
Next, please.
That's C.
C. So is it
OK, so which way is it
D?
going to go? Is it A, B, C, D, or is it the other way around?
Well, good, because density is probably more likely to be D,
Yeah, but I
isn't
don't
it?
think flux density is. We've got a while.
OK, so
Scale factor could be...
they're
is
just
that
going to
gonna
guess
be
the
D?
other one.
Let's go for a D. So let's go just density.
Density.
Is one of the many right answers. Well done. And why?
We think that each of these is represented by a letter, so like scale factor of the expanding universe is A, B, C, something D.
I couldn't explain it better myself, I must say. They are all represented by the letters A, B, C in science, so we need something that could be represented by D, diameter of a circle, density. There are many of them. Well done. Dungeon Masters, what would you like?
Charlie?
Lion, please.
Lion. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Alnwick Castle is where they filmed Harry Potter.
black and white tiles can be in like...
Maybe a chessboard.
I think we go next.
Next, please.
Is this something Harry Potter related?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait, is this gonna be... Wait, hang on. Because in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone,
Yeah.
right? They
Take
have
on the chessboard.
to do the dog, and then the chessboard, and then it's a book one. Is it? I don't know if I'm really far off.
I do for, yeah, for a mirror. A mirror.
For a mirror.
Not it, I'm afraid. Après skiers, do you know?
For a stairway.
That's not it either. You, I think, were thinking about Alnwick Castle being a location for Harry Potter filming. It was also the location for the first series of The Blackadder. The black and white tiles, Blackadder 2, a snake slithers over the tiles. 3, Blackadder himself emerges round a bookcase. And 4, an army parade ground. So no points there. What would you like for your own question?
Water, please.
Water. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Letters in his name.
Sorry, Tina, if you're 11 as well. Go on, let's find out.
Next, please.
He was, okay, this could be Eurovision. He was the guy off of X Factor, I think. Who did Eurovision. What's the number going to be? Because the sequence is way 11, 10, 4.
Unless it was the years that they were in it. 2000 points.
But why 11, 10, 14, it's all the way around?
2 seconds.
Try, Jim 12. That's not their name.
No.
We don't know.
OK, Dungeon Masters, do you want to go for a bonus point?
Yeah, is it Gemini 0?
It is Gemini 0. They are the 4 acts that have come last when representing the United Kingdom at the Eurovision Song Contest. So you'll see from the numbers, the order isn't the number of points. It's chronological order, so we're going backwards.
Gotcha.
And Gemini got 0 points in 2003 in Riga. Well done for the bonus, and you get your own question, the Eye of Horus. What will come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
Okay, so that's painting of some old people. I'm gonna go next, please. Okay, so that's what's his face?
By the river, by the Seine.
Who's it by?
I can't remember the Seine.
Just start with D.
6 letters.
Next, please. People or something.
Dumas?
I was not expecting that.
That's a bit scary. What is that?
I don't know.
clue.
I do not recognise that at all. It doesn't even look like...
Okay, so
Let's go for like a picture
art
of...
do we see?
I think it's a French painter or something. Do like a painting by Cézanne.
A painting by Cézanne.
Which painting by Cézanne?
Great question.
The
The Laughing Cavalier.
I'm afraid that's wrong for about 12 reasons. So, Après skiers, would you like to have a go for a bonus point?
A painting that might have the title Friday.
That's not it. The first picture is Gainsborough's The Morning Walk. Second one, a Sunday afternoon on the island of Grand Jatte. You must have known that one to be guessing Friday. I
But
see
not
your
the whole
sequence.
title, just the Sunday.
That's it then. Rousseau's Carnival Evening. So we need a painting of something at night. One famous one will be Van Gogh's Starry Night. That means at the end of round 2, the Après skiers have 3 points, the Dungeon Masters have 6. Time now for some gruelling semi-final connecting walls, and it'll be the Dungeon Masters to go first this time. So please choose lion or water.
lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Okay.
Got some birds.
Well, there's
I think.
hawks and hawk.
There is hawks and night hawks.
Blair, flog. If you change a letter of...
Hawk and pedal and flog all mean the same thing.
Ah, great stuff.
Yeah, nice. And push.
And
Fence? I don't know.
Yeah, fence is one.
fence.
Try
Okay,
fence.
so I'll leave out flog,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at the others.
leave out hawk. Oh, great!
Oh, okay.
Oh, already we're doing so much better than last.
Okay.
Blair.
So Gypsy Rose is a person whose mom suffered from Munchausen by proxy, but I don't think that's it.
That's probably not it.
Spices.
Do we, Do we know anything about the ones that look like surnames? Blair, Robinson, Gardner.
Hawk or
Hawk
Hawks.
looks like a surname.
I'd maybe just go for all of those now and see what happens. And Hart. There's mountains.
Oh!
Love that.
That's worrying.
Okay,
I
so
don't know what that is.
Spices.
Vigor or vigor.
Vigor.
I mean, I have no idea what any of these
We've
are.
not found a word one yet.
Okay, right.
So let's look, see if any of these could be anagrams or something before or after all of them.
Okay, I'm just gonna. These two, I think, are musicals,
Okay.
And maybe like Atlas.
and Blair the musical.
They're
Would be
obscure
great.
musicals if they're musicals.
Great. Okay, so it's not those three. I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Maybe Vigor.
Wait.
is probably what we call
Wait. Go. What are you saying?
Have we got anything that's homophones? Greece, Blair, but
Rays.
Okay, 1 life left.
Rays is a homophone, but I
Vigor,
can't
Hawk,
see what
Rays,
the...
Greece.
10 seconds.
be.
Vigor, Hawk. No.
Okay, that's it. Your 3 lives are up, but you found 2 groups. Well done. What are the connections? Fence, pedal, flog, and push.
They're all synonyms of each other.
To sell.
That's right, slightly nasty ways of selling things. And the next group, Hawks, Robinson, Hart, Gardner.
Like
Famous Tonys.
All famous Tonys, well done. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. There we go. Spices, Vigor, Blair, Rays.
Are they all
anagrams of star signs.
Star signs.
They are anagrams of signs of the zodiac: Pisces, Virgo, Libra, Aries. And the last group, Atlas, Hawk, Greece, Gypsy.
Are these all going to be musicals?
Maybe they are, but they aren't at the moment. They are currently moths.
Oh.
They are all types of moth. But you found 2 groups and you gave me 3 connections on a very tough wall. That is a total of 5 points. Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall and see how they get on. Après skiers, you've got the water wall and 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Okay, there's words for 5. Fun.
West, May West.
Fun.
Adam West.
Nice.
Ooh, no, okay.
There's anagrams of countries. Regalia, Lima, Unsad. Do those 3? And Bango.
Regalia,
Lima, Unsad. Down at the bottom, and Bango. There's got to be another one then. Fun of the groups is 5. So there's word for 5 in there.
Yeah.
Fun, Cinque, Quinque, I guess.
Yeah.
Could it be
Pump?
Lima?
I don't know
Oh,
where that's
Pump.
going.
That's Welsh.
Okay.
So Pump, Funf, Cinque, and Quinque. So there's got to be another one again.
Pump, Fump,
Right, I'm going to look for the country.
Quinque and Taribo.
Okay, Kanye is also an anagram of a country. So Bango, Kanye, Regalia, Lima. Okay, but Bango, Kanye, Unsad, Regalia.
There we go. Okay, so we've got other Wests then. So we've got May West, Sam West.
Adam West.
Adam West.
Taribo West, footballer.
Taribo West, yes.
Okay,
3
so
lives now.
we've got Cinque. We've still got all of those in, haven't we?
So
Right, so the ones that aren't 5 are Lima, Sally, and...
Ruby?
No, wait. So we've got Ruby, Sally, Cyril, and Lima. There's 3 of those, and one of them must be in 5.
Serial killer, Ruby killer, Sally, Hanson, Sally.
Let's try 5 again. So
Well, it's not those. It's not Pump, Funf, Funf, Cinque, and Quinque, because that's the 4 we tried.
Okay, so, it
So
must
So
be,
let's guess
must be
at...
Fump.
Yeah, Funf definitely, Cinque and Quinque.
10 seconds.
Try Ruby. Do those bottom 3 and try Sally. Cyril.
Serial.
Bottom 3 and Sally.
And that's it. Your time is up and the wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups. Let's see if you can tell me the connections. Bango, Kanye, and so on.
So these are all anagrams of countries.
Can you tell me something else?
They're anagrams of African countries.
They are Gabon, Kenya, Sudan, and Algeria. And the next group, May, Samuel, and so on.
These are all Wests.
They are all Wests, people whose surname is West. Very well done. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we go. Ruby, Sally, and so on.
Yeah, so they're all ports.
Yes, they are. Sally port is a sort of army term, I think it's a gate, I think. Ruby port, serial port on a computer, and sync port, one of the sync ports. And the last group, pump and so on.
They're all words in other languages for 5.
Exactly so. And what's pump?
That is 5 in Welsh.
And it's not pump at all, it's pimp. Very well done. So you found 2 groups, you gave me all 4 connections. That's a total of 6 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Après skiers have 9 points, the Dungeon Masters have 11. So it's very close to decide who goes into that wonderful third-place playoff. And, of course, 3 of you are going to have to be in the final, which will be awful. So let's play carefully at round 4. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group are all animals with their alternative names. Dungeon Masters.
Orca and killer whale.
Correct. This is a tricky one. Ounce and snow leopard. Après skiers.
Wildebeest and canoe.
Lovely. Dungeon Masters.
Elk and moose.
Yes, it is. Next category, 3 overlapping film titles. Dungeon Masters.
The godfather of the bridesmaids.
Very well done. Next clue. Dungeon Masters.
The shape of watership downfall.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. That's right. Can't do this one. Purple Rain Man on wire. Next clue. Dungeon Masters.
No Country for Old Men in Black Panther.
Amazing. You'll be relieved to hear it's the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, with 16 points, Dungeon Masters, you're in the final. Very well done, very well quizzed. Fantastic. Après skiers, you've got 10 points. Even better, you're in the third place playoffs. My favourite match of the series. Very well done. You've all been brilliant, and we look forward to seeing you again. And before we go, I've had a letter in from Fran in Caerphilly. She writes, "Dear Victoria, love the show. I did notice on the end credits last week some people listed as executive producers. It feels like the list is getting longer, and I just wondered what executive producers do. They can't have a final say on the edit of a programme, else why on earth would they allow these self-indulgent and baffling remarks to stay in the show? So is Chris Stewart, a treasured colleague that everyone admires, respects and loves, himself formerly a great broadcaster who steered this ship from the beginning and can take ultimate credit for anything good it's ever done? Or is Chris Stewart a pseudonym for none other than one V. Corin Mitchell as a way of lining her own pockets with more licence fee payers' cash? Well, I can't comment on that, Fran, but let's just say it's the Seychelles for me again this year. With Chris, obviously. Goodbye.